Hi, how are you? We're from Newfoundland, Canada. It's Chapel Arm in Trinity Bay. Very beautiful place. Taking in our sawmill, where I'm working on a few little projects here. Small boat here. I'm designing a small boat here. She's 11'6". I'm going to fiberglass the boat. I'm going to make a mold out of it, and it's going to be like a rowboat. And I'm going to use it as a mold. I'm going to fiberglass the mold, and I'm going to pop it out there. This is a little project that I'm working on. I started it about a couple of months ago. All the ducks got to line up before you get things done here. Some of the stuff you got to work on before, and you got to get things done, right? So we have a Norwood sawmill that's been on our site for, this has been about 24 years here now. It's a very important part of our tool. We get, of what we do here, we get logs from different parts of Newfoundland, and we make our product out of it, wood stock, different sizes of wood stock, and without this tool we wouldn't exist. Very important. Most of the storage area here. We have a small kiln there. I fire up my small kiln at time when I got enough stock there. And for a little bit of stuff we do on the side there, we have like a little greenhouse on the end here. We're experimenting with growing tomatoes, cabbages. I love it, this stuff. It's the most exciting part of my day is coming in the morning and seeing this stuff. See how it went overnight, but it's so slow that you need takes days sometimes for it to come to life, right?
Were you born here?
Oh yes, born in Chapel Arm. My wife is just down the road. She's a bit closer there. Yeah.
So why do you like wood?
That's a good question. Yeah. I don't know, I guess we grow up, it's all around you here. It's got so many uses, right? It's free, it's kind of free here, right? So many different things you can do with it. Designing things I love doing different things. Don't get enough time to do. I like to be in there every day and just doing something different every day. But you need to pay the bills there, or try to pay some of the bills there. And so you got to do repetitive things. So that's some of the stuff we do. I'll take you in my shop there and we'll show you around there. It's like a storage area for wood here. We got different types of round stock here. We're here all year round, yeah. Some more wood stock there, place we had set up there. Working on a little job here for someone in the area here.
Do you have a preferred item to make?
Not really, something that's different. I love wood turning. I love that wood, doing stuff with turning, because we do a lot of stuff on that lathe, right? And Teresa's working on a stain there now. That's a stain for a customer right there. Piece of raw wood there. She's gonna try to stain it for you. Looks like a nice stain, nice deep stain, eh? See what it's like on that stuff, Teresa. This is a solid piece of wood here, and this is a lamination, so it's going to show up different, right? It's going to show the character differently. some different products we make there, look. It's a miniature cannon. You'll see a big one outside there in our shop, but this one is not fully done there. We do a lot of different craft items. The second coat is going to bring it a bit darker in it.
So how many coats?
Stain, the more coat you put on, the darker it'll get, but maybe two or three. So
Teresa's very good at doing stain.
you didn't go by the color on the can either. Alright.
That was not dry yet, the only thing, right?
No, takes 6 to 8 hours. Put it dry.
And after it dries?
Clear coat. Gotta clear coat it.
She'll probably put 5 coats of water-based finish on that. Each coat she sand in between coats is done by hand. When it's finished, people will look at it and say, what type of spray system did you use? Yeah, but she's so good at it that she's...
It takes a lot of patience.
Oh. Yeah, to have me, she needs a lot of patience. Teresa? Yeah.
What about the cannon? Do you need to put something on it as well?
Pardon?
No, it's not ready.
It's not ready. More parts to it? I'll show you a big one out there.
Okay.
We do there. That's like a big cannon we do there. It's just a display model right now, but we make that's a small one, and it's like 3 times as big there. So we do them in different color finishes like that barrel there. Or the red, but right now we have none in. Busier time of year there, we're on that one here right now. That's an engraved juniper, or very nice wood.
So how do you choose your wood?
Well, if it's free, I like free wood, right? So that's very important. It depends on what the customer's looking for, but I try to stick with everything Newfoundland. That's what we try to do here. Yeah. You'll see some exotic wood I use to enhance a product sometimes, but generally we use mostly all Newfoundland wood.
Have you done that?
Those boats were made by Teresa's father there. I guess that's where she gets her patience. He was 92 years old, and he had a lifetime of doing all kinds of boats. That was the later boats he done later in his life there. And their boats are sold there. So, yeah, he was a master boat builder for sure. Her father was. It's all images here. I use images of Newfoundland in a lot of our stuff, in our circles and that kind of stuff. I find I just like doing Newfoundland images. And I put it into a lot of our stuff. Yeah, we don't have a few years back we done a lot of all the craft part of our business before COVID. Before COVID hit, that's all we done was, most of it was crafts. We were supplying stores all across Newfoundland, some in Atlantic Canada, done quite a few craft fairs, done a one-of-a-kind show in downtown Ontario. This booth was actually there at that particular show. It was our first time kind of away there. We done quite well there.
How is it now?
COVID kind of killed a lot of things there, and we had to adapt, I guess, to stay here. When COVID hit, I had anybody who was buying our stuff before, they weren't allowed to operate no more. Stores, most of the stores said they weren't going to be ordering nothing for a couple of years, and I had some family members who were building a house at the same time, and the funds from that, like I built the kitchens and bathroom vanities and all these pieces. And it kept us alive during COVID, these COVID years. And when COVID was over, kind of, I don't know if it's really over yet, but it's, we're not getting the visitors. Before COVID, we were getting a lot of visitors to our shop, and we don't get that type of visiting now. And we've adjusted to our business, so we're doing more furniture pieces, custom woodworking, kitchens. In the last couple of years, we do one kitchen at a time. So the last couple of years, we've done like 6 or 8 kitchens, and it's kept us alive here for sure. This is just all the wood stuff in here is our wood turning here, right? Yeah, it's a piece of we have say birch burls here. That's bowls, and this is kind of the stuff although most of those are gone right now. Those will be burls of a tree, you know. They're very popular there. Yep. Some of Teresa's artwork here, huh? She gets, we go out in the boat there, and we gather rocks from the beach, and she do these pieces. She's really good at it there.
So she did that, Tracy?
Teresa did, yeah.
So Tracy is an artist?
Oh my God, she's a pure artist. Yeah, she's good. I wouldn't exist here without Teresa. There's a burl of driftwood there, look. There's a driftwood burl there. There's some whale bones we gather from the beach. Local beach got a lot of these whale bones on it from a long time ago. Driftwood pieces there. This contains a lot of wormwood there, look. It's full of wormwood. I got a lot of driftwood here. A local person, Otto and Valerie Warren there, they would pick up a beach. They would gather this stuff during the year and drop it off here. Some pieces here on those. Our projects here are more custom stuff. Right? I can get to do a couple of kitchens here this year and some custom pieces. We still see a few people in here, but not like we used to. I'm not sure what type of rock it is. From the internet, I can see it's called a concretion, and they form in sedimentary rocks. But on our beach here in Chapel Arm, those are I just walked on the beach and found this one, so I don't know really all the history of it. This is a little boat that last winter, whenever there was a storm on the go, I couldn't get up here in my shop. I bought my scroll saw over, and I'm designing a boat here, a catamaran, a small catamaran I'll call it, that I'm going to build it in full size of it. That's my plan, is to build a full size one, somewhere around 21 feet. So
Where, in your shop?
back here in my sawmill, yep. Hopefully this winter I'm going to take on something bigger like this. Two is love in the water, or in the ocean there, and there's lots of fish out there. Yeah, the fish are finally starting to come back here, I believe.
What is your favorite wood?
My favorite would be wood chisel, we call it around here. It's to make like a lot of different things with it. A lot of my stuff here is, I would call it wood chisel, local product. I bought it off different people. Gather some myself, but most of it is juniper's very nice too. That's a local wood there. Look, that's very nice wood. That's a Japanese larch. I think it's a modified. Come from the Department of Forestry. It's a modified juniper species that grow very quickly.
How can people find you?
We try to hide away almost. We try to hide away. As a piece of that wood I was just telling you then, look. It's a piece of Japanese larch. We got a crib board made out of it. So, if people want to find us, they got to come look for us now. We're kind of keeping things simple there. We're trying to keep things simple now, right? You got to look for us. And you got to find us, you got to come to Newfoundland. That's where we're to.
When do you plan to finish the boat?
The boat? This winter, if all the ducks lines up this winter, I'm gonna start building a boat. This is not, I built 5 models. I don't like that one so much, but I got one over my house, the one that I'm gonna be building. And it's a 2 inches longer and a little bit different design. Every boat I've done, I designed it a little bit different. They're not gonna, the wheel is probably gonna be different on it and everything, right? But it's a nice boat that you can get in at the weather with. That's a piece of wood chisel there. What can I call it? It's got some spalling through it. Very nice. I like that. Some different things we do for those are urns, right? This urn, I've made a few of them. I don't advertise, I do a lot of them. But this is an urn here that resembles waves on an ocean. Look. That's what it resembles to me. And my young life, I spent 15 years on the ocean. So I'm planning on, not planning on, but I think maybe that's my urn right there. Waves on an ocean. Teresa do a lot of, I supply her with the signboards, and she freehand this out by hand. We don't do nothing by machine. Teresa's like a machine herself, and she write these things on there, do some work on them, and I'll just drop a router down on them and router. My job is pretty simple, but she does the hard work. Yeah.
Tracy's here all the time, working in the shop.
Teresa's here. Yeah, Teresa's here pretty regular. Yep. When you open yourself up to the world too, you get so much stuff coming on the phone there. We was rattled. We try to keep life simple, but we was rattled with it. That much stuff coming in, and there's so many people out there that are trying to scam you all the time. It's hard to find like that kind of thing. Hard to deal with all that. Some pieces Teresa got made there. Look. It's all made from birch bark. Yeah, we've gotten into bagging up our dry sawdust. We don't make a lot of money off it, but people use it for their hens. Backyard farmers are pretty big right now in Newfoundland. People are always looking for a source for shavings and that kind of stuff. So we usually put some out here instead of throwing it on the back of the shop there. We make it easy for people to access it there. Yeah, only a couple bucks a bag, so. Most of it is all dry there. We give away quite a bit of sawdust, but it's nice to make something of it, right? Too helps to pay for some things for sure. I guess when we were trying to be more visible, we had these signs on the highway, right? And they were quite eye-catching. As you can see, they were made by a graphic artist up on the Burin Peninsula in Newfoundland here. He done a fascinating job on the signs there, and they would drag down a lot of tourists for sure, because you only got to look at them. They're very nice. They lasted around 15 years there, but we may refurbish them and put them back up, who knows. We need an injection of young blood here, I'd say. We're too old. Deep sea fisherman. I fished out of all the Newfoundland ports. I started in 1976 as a very young person, around 17 years old. Some pictures of me there and some of my mates there. My first dragger there, the first boat I was in was called the Grand Baron. That was the first trip I ever made on a boat in 1976. Yep. Yeah, it's not for everybody out there. Very nice day there. But I remember to beat up on this boat in 4 o'clock in the morning. The boat was loaded down with ice, and we had to beat ice off this boat to keep it afloat. And I'm not a religious person, but as times I prayed to the Lord that I got in out of it. I did. nasty out there. You can go out on the Grand Banks on a biscuit in the summertime, right? It's pretty, you can see there, look, it's beautiful out there. But I don't have no really rough looking pictures of the sea.
How many years?
I was 15 years as a draggerman. I figured I was going to be out there all my life. But that's some skippers there. As a friend, as my first mate was from Keith Simon. He was from Quebec, but he moved to Fortune, a Grand Bank in Newfoundland. Spent quite a bit of while with him there. Yeah, I was very lucky that I was a young person and I was around so many professionals, because that's what these people are professionals. People don't like the offshore draggers much, but a lot of the fish that you get offshore, they don't come up in the bays here. You got to go out there and get them. Yeah, there's a skipper here. He used to pick me up up at the top of myself there, and another guy, John Ben.
How many boats did you work on?
My first 10 years, I was on just 2 boats, because we were with the same crew. And the later part of my life, I moved from my comfort zone, I call it, and started going with different boats and different crews all over Newfoundland there.
What is your most cherished memory?
Of fishing on a boat?
Yes.
Just the people I guess you're with. I think that boat, that was in 1976, 1977 there. We had myself there, my young days. Peter.
Have you been in a storm?
Oh my God. Yeah, lots of them. Too many to. We were out coming up from down north, and we stayed in on our Beckley Island that night until we could see the conditions improve enough to go up around Newfoundland there. It's nasty. But you don't have to be, it could be a storm in here and out there is the best kind, right? Or if people could be here and out there is just not fit for a human to be out there, right?
What do you miss about fishing?
The grub. The food. And bringing home fish, right? We get more fish to bring home. It was a bit fresh codfish, fresh halibut. You don't miss being out there on bad windy days, so that's a nice day to be out there, we would say, right? But you're always away from home, right? You're gone from 12, 13 days at a time, and you're home for 48 hours. So it's not a lot of fun there, right?
So Tracy was on her own?
Tracy was on her own, looking after 2 kids, yeah. And seals there. Way too many seals out there now. Seals are consuming. The seals are eating us out of all the bait fish, and it's affecting everything in our environment. And it's the skipper there. Cook. Yeah. Some memories there that are no longer with us. But the first boat, the longest boat I was on, she was called the Fremuse. And there's a community up around Trepassey that way, before you get up there, up St. John's there, that way. And we used to land there a lot, and they called the boat after Fremuse up there. I think someone might have owned it from up that way.
Do you have a name for the boat in your shop?
The boat that I got back there? I haven't got a name on that boat yet. I built a boat, it's over to my house. I built a boat, I called it after my granddaughter, her name is London. So I'm thinking about if I build a big one. I like calling I always looked at boats as being called after women, right? After ladies, right? So I called my first boat London Lily, that's what I called her. So when I build a bigger one, my plan is to call her the London Lily too. So, That's a this boat here now is the Grand Baron, my first boat that I was on, and the skipper is still alive, and I see him on NTV News whenever his birthday comes around, right? His name is Garfield Cox. He was a master fisher person, right? Very good, very nice skipper. Yeah.
So how far did you go?
On the boats?
Yes.
The boats went all around Newfoundland, right? And we started fishing the 2nd of January, and that was a time frame we could get called the 2nd of January to go out, and we'd be gone for 12 days, and 10 or 12 days. And when we come in, we would stop in a fish plant, and we would we'd have 200,000 of fish on board. I think Fishery Products had probably 65 boats at one time, and we kept, 30, 40,000 workers in Newfoundland alive by being out there and under pretty difficult conditions, actually. A bunch of seals back then, way back then, there was huge quantity of seals there. And they'd come up and they'd take fish right out of the bag there, there was a huge amount of them. So they're really out of control now. Let's see if I see Captain Strawberry through you. And this guy I was with for maybe 8 or 10 years.
So when were you the last time on a fishing boat?
My last trip was, I think it's somewhere in 1990. My God, he's not there, he's not visible because he's up there. I was, like everything, you work your way up. I took nautical science in Fisheries College, but I didn't want to become, say, a skipper or nothing. I didn't want the responsibility of having 13 men to worry about there. I was very glad to be a deckhand. I was bosun on the boat for years. I was icer, whatever I wanted to be. Relieved the skipper, whenever bosun's job was to make sure you do everything on that net there. This is the skipper off my boat, Ernest Strobridge. I was with this guy for about 10 years. He picked me up just right up here on the Trans-Canada, and the chief engineer, and it was really a comfort zone where this guy would pick me up and drop me off, and he was a very good fisher person, very good skipper, and he had a respect for the ocean, and safety was important with him. Yeah, I miss them all.